On to the part of Project Zero Maiden of Blackwater. This time we're doing second drop with Yuri Kosukada. We have to go and find Fuyuhi Himino, and it's going to be an interesting one because this one is basically where we're going to get, you know, what the game usually has. Very long chapters. A few days have passed since Yuri's introduction to Shadow Rain at the abandoned inn. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Yuri worries for Hisoka, but isn't sure how or where to start searching. As she sits waiting at the antique shop, a girl named Fuyuhi Himino shows up, claiming to have enlisted Hisoka to help her find a missing person. And I'm sure that's going to go perfectly well considering this picture here. Just nothing can go wrong here. Nothing at all. So, we're going to start off at the sort of home hub area before we then get into the spooky area, which is going to be this mountain. So, here's the cutscene, and here is also a very obnoxious sound.
Excuse me.
Hello?
I'm looking for Hisoka Kurosawa. Is she here?
Oh, I'm sorry, but she stepped out.
My name is Fuyuhi Himino. I've been waiting for her to tell me if she could help me find someone. I still haven't got a reply from her.
You're looking for someone?
She might have gone to the mountain. Mount Hikami.
Mount Hikami.
Someone told me that they saw my friend there. It's an infamous suicide spot, isn't it? I don't know why Haruka would go to a place like that, and without even saying a word to me.
Don't worry. As soon as Hisoka gets back, I'll tell her.
No, that's fine. I can't wait any longer. I'll go look for her myself.
Huh? Come back!
A missing person case? Hisoka left a few days ago and hasn't come back. Maybe this is what she's been working on. Maybe. Hisoka's room is upstairs. Maybe she left some clues as to her whereabouts. Probably. So yeah, we're now at the antique store, and there is not that much to explore, except there is because there's a lot of reading material. Like for right now, we have a lot of reading material, including some new items, like the Purifying Embers here, which will coalesce the forbidden flame of the shard from the taint of black water. That's a new feature, and it's gonna be a little bit of a weird one to me. The Mirror Stone is here again. It's our, if we die, we'll get all of our health back. We can now have more than one now, by the way. We can have 99 of these. We have our Type 14 film. It's, the usual weak one, but good for attacking. It's limited. And we also have that keychain still, even though we shouldn't really. It's a very rusty key. So, that's the items for now. We also have the collection, like the Downfall and the photo album, which we can't select the photo album. I wish I could. Every person therein has a lovely face. It seems somehow lonely. We have the cutscene thing, which you've already seen the new cutscene. It's Ren with the ceremony dream. Ren Hojo's dream. He's a boy in a ceremony. It's night. He's out a girl. Did it really happen? Great sentence. Great fucking description. And we got some new shit in the notes, which is just the first drop. While learning about Shadow Rain from Hisoka, Yuri used the ability to retrieve an album of post-mortem photographs from a ruined inn on Mount Hikami. The album has been requested by a certain Ren Hojo, who will go to, I believe, the next part. As Ren awakes from a bad dream, he finds himself tormented by uncertainty. Was it really just a dream or suppressed childhood memory? This question has plagued him for some time. Now, this is the beginning of the game, so you know that this is going to be a lot of fucking raiding. And you bet your ass, because we have a place to explore, And there is a lot of things to check on. So let's go ahead and check on them. The pendulum of the old grandfather clock sways slowly. The clock itself may be broken, but it works well as decoration. Is it broken? It doesn't do the whole ding thing, like it doesn't actually move, but it seems like it's, you know, sort of working. Hisoka likes the pendulum, likes the rhythm and sound of it all. There are various antique cans and storage shards under a shelf of coffee cups. Alright then. Yeah, it's a coffee shop, to be a lot of coffee cups. It's an antique clock on top of an old dresser. Hisoka has a thing for clocks. The shop is full of them. She said she finds them comforting. Okay, so she's a bit of a clock phobe. You know, she's really, really into time. The road is in front of the shop leads to Mount Hikami. It was built for the tourists, but only people who use it now are the people who live here. People still live here, apparently. Even though the place is supposed to be cursed. It's a tobacco tray. It looks more like an antique accessory case than a functional tobacco tray. A little bit. Let's see, what else is there? There's some weird little art pieces. A cupboard is filled with cups that we don't use anymore. It's just there for storage. Let's see, what else can we find? There's a chair. Can I sit on the chair? Big antique sofa. It's been here since I first came to the shop. I don't think it will sell, but Hisoka doesn't seem to mind. Just use it as a seat. No need to sell it. Just, you know, just sit on it. Some well-polished cups are neatly lined up. If they accidentally broke a few valuable items, it's been a circus shop to clean them. Good to know that you're a bit of a clumsy bitch. There's also a door here, and I think that radio is the fan is making the sound. This is a customer restroom. Hisoka and I take turns cleaning it. How fun. And this radio is obnoxious. Can I turn it off? No? Okay. This radio to sign up this decoration. This tune doesn't work anymore, so it only ever puts out white noise. Why do you have it on then? Do you let the white noise? It kind of bothers me, but I guess if you're into it. Shots, receipts, and financial records are kept. I've not taken a proper look through them yet. It's because Hisoka's job, I'm guessing, because she's the boss. I didn't check the fridge, did I? Let's check that first. The refrigerator is full of water, soft drinks, and a few beers. Alcohol isn't on the menu, but sometimes serve it to the regulars. Where are the regulars? Doesn't seem like there's many here. Kind of empty, in fact. Let's see, is there anything else I can check on? The desk? I'm still nervous about standing here by myself. I've never been good at handling customers. Okay. I've only just learned how to make coffee, and I've never actually served a customer yet. So, pretty much a trainee. Alright. Well, that's pretty much the entire front desk area. Let's go inside and see what else we can find. Like some runes we can examine, you know, some things we can find, maybe some books we can read, because there's going to be a lot of books to read, I'm betting. Well, here's some books. 2 of them, in fact. Great. Suicide of Mount Hikami. It's just lying here about Mikami. It seems to be about the rumors surrounding Mount Hikami as a site of spiritual activity. How has the place become famed for suicide? As more people die, the place will gain a reputation. People are drawn to these spots out of a desire not to be alone in the end. Interestingly, these suicide spots are really known as hot spots for spiritual activity. Yeah, they sure seem to, don't they? This is what makes Mount Hikami distinct from the others. It has both a tradition of suicide and has long been associated with ghost sightings. Then there are the so-called Maidens of Blackwater. Name drop. It is said that if you are found by one of those maidens, they will lead you to your death. Those caught in the maiden's gaze never again leave the mountain, or so the rumors go. There are also takes of specters on Mount Hikami who live their own deaths. Those who do not die in accordance with local practices become cursed, forced to relive their final moments in it for eternity. That sucks. Hate to be one of them. Many of the people who have been kept from committing suicide on Mount Hikami claim to have seen a maiden or one of those looping specters and felt a strong compulsion to kill themselves. Perhaps because of these stories of maidens and ghosts, the mountain continues to be a popular spot for those looking to take their own life. Yeah, because it's a bit of a suicide forest, so it's quite dark. Anyway, another note over here. The Deathly Mountain. You know, the traditions surround the mountain. Okay. Mount Hikami has long been feared to be haunted. In the past, it was said that sleeping with one's feet facing the mountain was taboo. Watching the sunset behind the mountain, too, was believed to invite forth beings from the Netherworld. Okay, then. There's so much reading. Today the mountain is said to be called to those fascinated by death. Countless rumors abound of people's spirited way to that accursed peak. They are said to venture to the mountain alone, leaving behind no trace of themselves. Some say the bodies of those who vanished can be found at the bottom of the Lake of the Departed on the mountain summit. Okay, Lake of the Departed. Great name. Since becoming a tourist destination, the prevalence of such frightening tales did seem to diminish for a while. Even so, despite its fleeting status as a tourist hotspot, Mount Hikami is yet to shake its reputation as a cursed mountain, a place of death. Today, it has become a popular place at which to commit suicide. Yeah, we know that already. So it's really phoning home the fact that it's a place to commit suicide, basically a suicide forest in a way, and that it's cursed. At the spirits and maidens. So, yeah. We're not going upstairs, by the way. We're going to look around a bit more. Let's see. There was like a hallway over to the left. Let's go ahead and check that right now. I mean, we got to explore the entire place right now just in case. Because, you know, get out of the way. Never have to worry about it until it's needed for story purposes. Bamboo and narrow trees dot the courtyard. The old well draws clean water from the mountain, but we don't use it. I can't even get inside this area. I don't see a door. So, yeah. There's a door here, though. And this door leads to the bathroom. No, not the bathroom. Like a storage room? A bedroom. Okay. Looks like a storage room. There's a clock on top of an old dresser. The face is worn and faded. Hisoka seems to really like this clock. It looks spooky. I can see why she likes it. There's a bed here. This room is usually for storage, but it's been tidied up for use as a guest bedroom. I stayed in this room when I first came here. Alright, so it is storage. Now that I think about it, Hisoka must have kept it as a place the people she finds can stay in. So much fucking reading. A Japanese-style blind has been hung here. The fabric looks like it has been repurposed from something else. Okay, then. Well, interesting little room here. A storage room repurposed as a guest bedroom. And so far, it's been for you. I don't know if any other guests that might have come here, so... These are the bathroom. Hisoka prefers a large bathtub, but it's too large for me to relax in very easily. This is the bathroom. Cool. Anything else? This is like a home and a business. Wait, what's over here? The back door is locked as usual. Well, I'm sure we're never going to end up actually going in the back door because... You know, there's never going to be a moment where the game is going to spookily open that up for me for story purposes. I've played too many of these games at this point to know what's coming. Hisoka gave me this room when I moved in. It used to be her bedroom. It's been a while since I moved in, but I still haven't unpacked anything. It's just, you know... I don't really care that much about unpacking. Hisoka put this desk here for me. This used to be Hisoka's bedroom, but she freed it up for me to use. It's a nice desk. Got a present there for some reason, not opened. These are some baskets and file cases on the dressers. Hisoka set them out for me, but I'm not sure what to do with them. There's like a thing there. Guess I can't just pick it up, though. Some boxes. It's a big pile of cardboard boxes. I haven't touched them until I moved in. You know, just a box tower. Gotta have your box tower every now and then, you know? Hisoka doesn't like it when I don't make my bed. I'll do it later. Me! That's me! I don't fucking care about the bed. It's gonna look messy anyway. People are gonna get really shitty at me for not making my bed every fucking morning, but seriously, it just gets messy every fucking night. Why put that amount of effort in every day when there's no point? There's a door there, but I'm going to avoid it even though it's color-coded to be different. There's a dresser here. A small potted plantain, lily, sits on top of a low dresser. Okay. Will the plant come into play? Will it end up dying as the game progresses? Because that's usually a thing. Yeah, this looks important. Let's look around a bit more before I go in there, just in case, because there might be some more stuff to look at and note on. There's the stairs. I'm going to have the stairs I saw beforehand. Look down on the shop from here. I bet you there'll be a point where I have to take a picture down there or something. There's going to be a spooky. I'll bet you there's going to be some spookies around here, because there usually are of these games. And here's another bedroom, I guess? A pretty kimono hangs on a rack. Alright. Oh, wait. It says open. Okay. Is there something in here? No. Nothing of interest. Good to know, though, because I'm betting that there's going to be a point to that. And nothing else. Got it. But it's good to know there's a dresser here that I can actually open, because I bet you anything there's going to be an item in there eventually. And not only that, there's probably going to be maybe a ghost thing going on there as well. Alright, nothing else left except this room. So let's go inside and see what we can find. There's a letter there. There is the noise going on. This is Hisoka's room. She likes traditional Japanese style. Okay. It's neat. Oh, it's a mirror. Well, first of all, let me go ahead and take this folder reading lost items that sits on the desk. Looks like it's bound by string. There seems to be notes on Hisoka's shadow reading cases. Client, missing item diary. Token, photo of deceased, details. Locate mother's diary. Client seeks info on their late mother. Letters to a deceased individual, apply caution. Results, the caretaker of the deceased had burned the diary at her request. It's a lost item case files. That's 5 of them. No client name, though. Missing item, storeroom key, token, photo of deceased. Details, locate storeroom key, item may have already been lost. Token and item belong to deceased, apply caution. Results, item located, had been hidden by client's parents, returns to client. Okay then. Don't know why they need that. Missing item, diamond rings, token, rings box, client speaks lost engagement ring, requested fiance not be notified, date of wedding soon approaching. Result, found client's desk was in an obvious place, but somehow eluded the client, because he's stupid. Anyway. Well, we got anything else? Oh, client Ren Hojo! It's the hour of the postmortem photographs. Reference material for a book about traditional practice in Mount Hikami era. Bad location, but minimal danger anticipated. Client is an acquaintance, so he's a regular. He's also a main character. But we'll get to that. Results, found in an old building of abandoned inn. Shadow attempted to drag Yuri toward the Netherworld. Should have gone alone. Must warn Yuri to stay away from the mountain. Will we heed that? Will we actually stay away from the mountain? I doubt it. There's a book next to the file entitled The Art of Shadow Reading. Shadow reading is the ability to retrace the past, and not unlike the ability commonly known as psychometry. By following these traces, it's possible to find things that have gone missing or which were no longer visible. Things that are demonstrably there, but for reasons unknown, are all but invisible. Okay then, we already kind of know about this because of the notes. We read through them beforehand in the last part. Things the owner wished to be forgotten, things whose owners have passed away, things that are no longer wish to be seen, things drawn partway into the Netherworld, invisible within our own. Such items can be called back to the world of the living. We've seen that because that's a feature in this game. We can actually do that with the camera. Unlike these objects, however, people have been spirited away must not be chased after lightly. In many such cases, they have been taken by creatures of the Netherworld who linger nearby. Utmost caution must always be applied. I am still waiting for that whole trace thing to fuck me over. It's an old Japanese style full-length mirror. I've never liked looking into mirrors. Don't worry, there's some shit that happens with mirrors in the series. Also, another dresser drawer we can open. And there's nothing in here. Okay. I bet you there will, though. I bet you there will be. Tobacco tray and an accessory case sit on top of a low chest of drawers. The tobacco tray is also being used as an accessory case. I mean, multi-use, I get it. There's a bunch of shit on the shelves. I can't examine the shelves. I can examine the bed, though. The bed has been tucked away behind the desk. This room used to be a study, but in the room was another room. But Hisoka moved the bed in here so I could take her room. Hisoka says she prefers, cozy quarters. I hope she's just not doing it for my sake. She probably is. All I can do now is just take this. An open envelope has been left on the desk. The sender's name reads Fuyuhi Himeno. So yeah, it's the girl who came here. It's her missing person request. Maybe it could provide some clues as to where Hisoka and Fuyuhi went. In the mountain. Dear Miss Sawa, please find Karaka. Haruka, fuck me. She went missing over a week ago. You still do missing person case, don't you? I've contacted the police, but they're no help. They say she was probably spirited away. Oh no. Haruka wouldn't have gone anywhere without telling me. I'm certain something bad has happened. I can handle my own grief, but I can't stand the thought of her suffering somewhere. What if she's waiting for me to find her? I'm worried sick. I'm just so worried. Haruka is still alive. I know it, but something has to be done and quick. And when you found that precious picture of me and Haruka, I was so happy to have it. Now I need your help once again. And I'm guessing the photo is here. Yep, it's the two schoolgirls photo. It's Fuyuhi, Stricken Shy, and another girl. They look close. There you go.
Hisoka. She must have gone to Mount Hikami to look for this girl. Mount Hikami. A place where many come to take their lives. I'm positive that Fuyuhi must have come here.
And now that it's nighttime, guess what we're doing? You guessed it, even though it's a really bad idea for these sort of things, we're at the fucking mountain. Fuyuhi is somewhere on this mountain. It's the hot springs area. Should be able to use this picture of her to find her trace. We could do that, but it's pretty straightforward. Let's have a look around. I see an abandoned inn covered in ivy across the pond. There's a connecting hallway that disappears to the mountainside, but the building it used to lead to was buried by the landslides. This must be the area, the inn, that was destroyed and the owner dead. There's a wood post fence along the road by the pond. Okay. Now there's a reason why. Hang on. Spooky. There's a reason why I'm not going to these other areas to explore them, and that's because this game does something different about areas. The areas have hubs now. So the pool of purification is now an area I can go into like whenever I want from this hub area. At least when the game wants me to. So yeah, we're now at the pool of purification. This is like one of the main areas. Okay. Well, let's have a look over there then, I guess. The road is collapsed and the stone stairs are cut off. It must have been the landslide. That sucks. The old road seems to carry on up the edge of the cliff. Alright, I guess we're gonna look around. Hey, look, a path. I'll go this way then. Oh, I see an item. You know, it's been a while, and I know this game is probably gonna do it, so let me just go ahead and... Okay, I have to, like, time it. Got it. Haha! I saw that! I fucking knew the game would do that. The ghost hand is back. I fucking hate it, but they made it harder. It's the stick again to get out of the hold, but they made it harder because if you even try to back out, you have to wait for the entire animation to be done. That sucks. To his brochure, one of few, he dropped it. There's a map to the mountain. So we have that now. It's not too helpful, but it gives us the entire, like, area, I guess. The entire map of where all the areas are, in a way. This leads to the unfannable forest. Got it. See, I can see the map of the whole mountain if I want to, but there's no need. The game will let me know where to go. Okay, so yeah, I gotta be careful now, because at any point the game can make me get fucked by the goddamn, thing. The waterfall is beautiful as it flows down. A lot of people probably came to see this back when the mountain was a tourist destination. It's kinda neat. There's also an item here by the rock. Under the waterfall. Yep. There's a little icon on the bottom right. That's important. It's a Purifying Ember. Coals that light the forbidden flame. We already read about this one. And, yeah, we get wet. As you see, our wetness is almost full. If we, get drenched, we become an easy target for malevolent spirits. We have to use the embers to dry ourselves off. So, yeah, that's gonna be some shit. But first, we got more notes. About Fuyuhi, in fact. After coming to Hisoka for help, she went to look for a friend, Haruka Momoshi, or Mimose, on Mount Hikami by herself. Fuyuhi is one of Hisoka's regulars, not in the cafe but for the fortune telling. She hasn't come lately, so Yuri doesn't know her. Hisoka did not accept the case right away, but asked for some time to think about it. Growing impatient, Fuyuhi visited the shop, and then that cutscene happened and she fucked off. An old house renovated by Hisoka, the front hall is now an antique shop and cafe. There was an antique shop there to begin with, but Hisoka always wanted to be a cafe owner, so she redecorated. Now it's a cafe, as well as an antique shop. The cafe is more important in a way. There is a very relaxed atmosphere, attracting a few regulars. Hisoka also uses it as a base for her unusual shadowing business. Another draw for certain customers is her fortune telling, which Hisoka does as a hobby. I'm sure she does a really good fucking job at that. The spot by the old path of the shrines on Mount Hikami. The path passed by a few waterfalls, and the pilgrims used to clean themselves in their crystal clear water before proceeding to the shrines. Alright, the pool of purification. The pool below the main fall, used by shrine maidens, was particularly beautiful. For a brief time, the pool of purification was a tourist attraction, and shrine maidens performed ritual ablutions? Ablution? Okay, for show. But it's been some time since tourists last came to Mount Hikami. Isn't it absolutions or whatever? Why ablutions? According to a legend, the true shrine maidens of Mount Hikami had all been murdered, which might be the reason for the faith abruptly died out. Their bodies are said to have washed up into the pool. Occultists like to refer to it as the Maiden Pool. Yeah. I'm sure we'll have a fun time around that fucking area. Oh, great, the Netherworld. The world of the dead is a place of never-ending night, permanent darkness. Where the Netherworld connects the world of the living, the sky glows as if in the light of the setting sun. The light beckons those unfortunate enough to steer towards the darkness they will never escape. How sad. We sure like going to the Netherworld a lot, don't we? It's always nighttime. Ghosts of shrine maidens often appear on Mount Hikami. The shrine maidens used to look after those who came to the mountain to end their life. They were all murdered and became ghosts. There is a story that long ago the shrine maidens were killed and their bodies washed up into the pool of purification. How fun. Now dead, they continue to carry out their duties. Their dark gaze awakens suicidal thoughts within any who find themselves on Mount Hikami. Alright. So, yeah. There's also all the shit you've already read through. But yeah. There is definitely gonna be a lot of reading and a lot of fucking shit. So, get ready for it. Photos showing two high school girls. They're smiling but also seem somehow lonely. Okay then. Well, we've now seen our items. And, yeah. This Purifying Ember will take that all the way down. See? That little circle there has now gone empty. I believe what happens is that there are a bigger chance of ghosts coming for you if you have the water. An old stone monument has been set in the rocky hollow. It's covered in moss, so I can't tell if there's any writing on it. That sucks. But yeah, if you want to avoid a lot of ghost encounters, must be a memorial for those who lost their lives in the landslide, I guess. To avoid ghost encounters happening more often, probably need the embers to get rid of the water. Well, hey look, it's our friendly fucking pills, the herbal medicine. And yes, it is herbs. Well, they call it pills, but it is just a bunch of herbs. And yeah, we have these set items, which is great. I'm wondering if there'll be a negative thing for using them now. The road is buried under earth and rock. Grass and trees jut out from amongst it. It must have collapsed a long time ago. Well, that sucks. Can't go that way. Might as well go the other way then. We could use our trail, but we're not in the spot where we need it right now. It is pretty much just a one-legged path so far. It's not really like, you know, having a bunch of branching areas to work from. Let's see. Oh, I can check. Oh, what was that? It was a spooky. I see a full pool at the foot of the cliff. There are rows of lands, and the basin has been roped off. There also is an item over there. So, I gotta go to the water. Oh look, I believe this is the embers. Yeah, if it's a box, it's embers. The game will actually, for the most part, show the items now. It's not just gonna be like a sparkler. It will show the items now, so you'll know what's there at the very least. You look down, and that can help out knowing what items you're about to get. Something in the water. Well, let's go over to it. And, oh my god, it's the camera. And it's Hisoka's camera. Oh no. We also got some type 14 from it. She kept her own. Good, smart, and she also had the stun lens. And we know how this works, but we also know they don't really use the lens much in these games. So I doubt I'll be using the stun lens. We also have the ability to switch between different lenses with the switch ability. So yeah, we have the camera. And we can use it. We can switch our film, which you can't see, but yeah, I can choose type 14 or type 7. And I can choose the lens, but I changed to the stun one. And now we got ghosts, which is going to be a problem, because I'm going to need to use the 17. You know, it would have been great to have save states like I usually do. We'll go and save state less. The good news is that I don't think this game is going to have that problem of, like, conserving items. So I think it'll be fine there. Also, that guy's dead, and he's kind of flailing about in a weird way. But, yeah, she took a lot more, didn't she? Yeah, now she's done. Oh, wait, no she isn't, even though I couldn't fatal frame her. That's a oh, wait, she's done? She's done. And you know what? The camera screen must have been carried here by the current. That means Hisoka is on the mountain too. Oh no. I should focus on finding Fuyuhi first. She can't have gone far. We at least have our weapon now. We can survive encounters. The pool has been cordoned off by an old warding rope. There are stairs in the wall that leads to the waterfall. This is a place for purification. You know, I don't think we have done much where, like, we don't have the camera, we have to run away from all the encounters. So, oh, shit, bun, shit. Yeah. I really need to get used to the way these controls are right now, so I know what button is the camera button. I can't see the bomb, nobody can survive a drop from this height. Oh boy. And I can take a picture of her, great. From here you can see the whole area below the waterfall. There's the shrine rope up by the landslide and the path that leads up here. Alright. Remember, I'm playing this shit blind. And by the way, there is no written walkthrough for this game. So, if I need help, I look at a fucking video walkthrough. It's a fork in the road, the planets are slightly different, and then the ones in the pool must be close to the unfathomable forest. Alright. Well, there are two directions. I don't think it matters too much where I go. The game wants me to go that way, though, so I'll go that way, then. Pretty sure these both go the same path, though. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm pressing the one button to shoot. I kept pressing the trigger above the actual trigger for that one. I'm sorry. Again, gotta get used to the controls. The whole, that top button thing is fucking me still. Listen to Mount Hikami, it's always been a spiritual place. Not spiritual as in holy, but spiritual as in filled with the spirits of the dead. Maybe that's why it's a suicide spot. Haruko wouldn't go to die alone, though. Not without telling me. Why is she so, like, strung up with Haruko here? The book said people get spirited away to the mountain. They get called towards it and disappear alone. I've read how it calls people who are perceptive, anxious, meek, and who lack family. My heart skipped a beat when I read that. Well, that's pretty bad. It was describing Haruka perfectly. She's so kind and accepting. She always opens up to me. She's alert even when she seems to be spacing out. She knows what I'm thinking. Maybe she was spirited away. Probably. Most likely. But where do people go when they're spirited away? The more I think about it, the scarier it gets and the more my heart starts pounding. Then why did she come here if you honestly believe at this point that she's fucking dead, even though you want to not believe it? Well, we're now in the unfathomable forest because she went in there. And, this is where I need the map. And this is where the trace comes in handy. Because this map is kinda a maze. So lands on the road to the Shrine have all been lit. That's cool. Unfortunately, place is kind of a maze, so... Oh, wait. Got it. Fuyuhi. I wish you could see the Wii U screen, honestly. Is someone by the shrine on the other side of the river? Was it Fuyuhi? It pretty much probably was. The way this goes, she's probably dead by now. If I follow these lights, I shouldn't get lost. About that. About that. Also, if I go up here, there's a ghost encounter. I'll take care of him, don't worry. Now, about that thing the ghosts were doing, which was staggering about, glowing, and kind of screaming a bit before finally disappearing. Usually in the games, they just disappear immediately, or they do like a little animation that they focus on, because like a boss ghost or whatever, and then disappear. This game does something different, because that camera thing doesn't really happen, I don't think. Oh, really? How'd I miss? Right, I shall also explain this. I did end up getting some more issues with this. First off, these hitboxes, a little bit fucking finicky. They're not exactly fair. Another problem will come later on, but right now I took care of him, and I can touch him now. And if I do that, I get this. So yeah, a new thing, we got Fatal Glance. This will automatically kill off the ghost and also give us some points, but if it's a new ghost, we end up seeing the memories, which is a cutscene. I am not gonna be able to get every one of these cutscenes. I am sorry if that's gonna disappoint you, but if you know how my gameplay goes of this series, you know I'm not going to be able to get every single fucking thing in the game. And you know I'm not doing hard difficulty. And you know I'll miss shit. So, get used to it. Also, I have no written guide, so I can't just, like, know every single location, unfortunately. Coupled note. The tales about Hikami were true. I can't handle any more death. I've seen that girl hang herself over and over. I've had enough. While I tried to run, I wound up back here. Well, damn, that sucks. Stuck in a fucking loop. I found myself mimicking her. My body moved on its own just like that girl. I felt I was doing the right thing. As I hung there, my final thought was that death takes a long time to come. I watched the sunset. Oh, she killed herself. Okay. When I awoke, I was back here. I should already be dead. I'll be forced to see that sunset again? To go through it all again? So she's dead, but she's also alive. I am fading, bit by bit. I must go. She has to be a ghost now. I was expecting a ghost encounter just then, too. Anyway, if we now go close to that item... Hey, look! Fuyuhi. Unfortunately, the trail goes cold here. Because she left something here. A note. Well, let's read it. It's among the dead leaves. I don't know what to do now that Haruki has gone missing. I can't do anything on my own. It's like I can't breathe. You've been close since we were children. Now she's gone, I realize how important she is to me. How irreplaceable. Sounds like you're a bit lesbian for her. I can't stop thinking I could have done something when she left that day. Maybe if I had said something, I could have stopped her from going. The writing is unbearable. The waiting is unbearable, I mean. I should have been the one to disappear. It should be me. If Haruka comes back, there's so much I want to tell her. I should tell her how I really feel before we end things together. Maybe she's already known for a long time, but I'll tell her anyway. I have to tell her. And as soon as I get out of this, yeah, I'll use this note to pick up a trace again. But if I look up... Hiya! Hanged woman. Yeah. A lot of hanged people in this series. Unfortunately, there's a lot more of a troublesome thing than just a hanged woman. More encounters. Now, the reason I do the portrait mode is because I want to get as many shots as I can, because that will, in turn, essentially let me kill motherfuckers. If there's more than 2, I'll do this landscape mode, though, because I can aim for more than 1 that way. As you can see on your side, you are getting a lot of the screen. On the Wii U, I can't see the guy that went for me below. So, here's the thing. I want to look at the screen below me as I want to see where I'm aiming. But by doing that, I can't see the guy that ducks below me. Because the game screen, the screen you're seeing here, shows the fucking, like, the bottom, a lot more of the game, essentially, than the screen that the Wii U gives me. Also, Shutter Chance. And, yeah. I'm not a fan of that. So, really sucks that happens. But, yeah. I stand by that the Fatal Frame is the best at taking care of these assholes. However, if Shutter Chance is better, let me know, because at this point, it might be a bit different. Anyway, same guy, but if I touch him now, I just get points. So yeah, I only get a new cutscene thing if it's a new ghost. So yeah, thick rope swings to the wind, it's a fucking noose, so we all know what the noose could be doing here. Also, by getting attacked, I have a bit more of the water come into me, because these ghosts are somehow, like, materialized with water, I guess. Again, the game does weird, different shit. A Type 61 is here. So early, too. That's because none of these items, except for, like, important story things, are going to come into other chapters. Unless I pay with my points for more items, a lot of these things I'm picking up, you know, all these new films of, like, Type 61 and 14 and shit, they're only gonna be from my current playthrough of the chapter. Otherwise, they're not gonna appear much. Now, again, you're seeing the game, and you're seeing that I'm using the trail to look around and shit, and you're seeing that I'm going around the place. I'm also bringing up the map on my Wii U pad, because I want to fucking see, like, where I am as well. And where I am now is here. Which, going over there will lead me over to a, like a room area, like a house area. A shrine area, in fact. Which is important. Also, I end up using a Type 14 on this one. I should be a Type 7. But the thing is, if I change film, I have to wait for the film to load up. So, I can't just quick change to a film. I end up using the Type 7 here, I believe. And there you go. So yeah, unfortunately you won't see what type I use, but I'll try telling you what type I do use so you know what's going on with my fights and shit. So here's some dolls. Look like they've been out here for quite some time exposed to the elements. They look like they're low quality, and they look like the kind of dolls you've seen throughout the series. So, fun. Well, Fuyuhi is ghosting around this house, I guess. Let's see what's over here then. I can't go inside. She did not go into the shrine. But there's something here. Is it a shot I can take? Is it like... No? Is there a... Oh, wait. There's an item here now out of nowhere. Okay. Another note from Fuyuhi. Haruka and I have been close since kindergarten. We sang a song together at graduation. It was called The Song Memories. Haruka and I looked at each other when we sang together. I'll never forget that. Again, is a relationship thing gone that's more than friends. I think that those times a lot lately. They were the best. If I even hummed that tune, I start to tear up. Nope, can't take the picture. Goes way too fast. But that little girl, she'll be important. You'll see why. Yeah, all of these kids will be important. Not just because I got this fucking, you know, all three in one picture. Yeah, it's gonna be obvious, but you'll see what I mean when we get into this. So, I was expecting it here, but nah, we're good. Now, there is another ghost picture I wish I could have gotten, but you have to explore this area in a specific way, or else you will miss certain ghosts. I did not do that. Also, the path on the riverbank, I think it will let me get down to the water. So, gotta be careful. We can't go in the water. But there are items around here, like herbal medicine. And, I'm gonna need the herbal medicine. But yeah, here's type 61. We got some herbal, so I might as well just use one of them. Get a bit of my health back at least. Remember, it only holds back like about 25% of your health, whereas the Sacred Water gives back a full amount of your health. And the Stone Mirror will get you, you know, a second chance, essentially. Which, again, we can now hold more than one, apparently, which is great. But again, we don't get to carry these over. So, all of these are situational for only this chapter. And there are a lot of fucking items around this area. So, I gotta look around. And I gotta hunt for this shit fucking everywhere. Let's see, there's a path here. I'm looking at the map again. I'm looking at the fucking in-development map as it starts loading more areas. I look around and shit. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not just going to the same paths. I'm also making sure I don't end up finding, Haruhi or whatever. I'm trying to make sure I don't find the chick we're looking for, because if I do, then... Fuyuhi, that's her name. I don't want to go near her yet, because I want to find the ghosts. And I know for certain that in some cases the game will deload shit if I get a bit too forward in this chapter in the story. And I was expecting the ghost here. However, I came in at the wrong angle. I was supposed to come in from that way. So, that ghost is gone now. I like it here. I can die alone here. There's no one stopping me. I can take things slowly. A peaceful, dignified death. Life is about misery and suffering. I'm sick of it. Neat. So yeah, I missed the ghost encounter here. I'm gonna miss a lot of ghost shit. And if you're disappointed in me on that, have you seen any of my Fatal Frame Let's Plays? None of them are 100%. I always miss shit. Sometimes because it's way too fast for me to react to. And because this whole camera thing, it's gonna be because trying to get the camera angle is gonna be a little awkward. More embers. Only one each time though, so only one ember from these so far. I hear some dinging. I also see an item. Oh, it's a purifying water. I'll be needing that. In Sacred Water. And a tree with dolls on it. Short Horseman nails to the thick tree. I was kind of expecting something bad to happen when I went for that, but no. There's also, so far, I don't think, any of those hidden ghosts. I'm glad he didn't try to attack me immediately. I could react at least. But let me just go ahead and get into portrait mode, because I think this is the only guy around here. So here's the thing. I want to avoid lock-on because I feel like I don't need it for this. But, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need lock-on still. Even though by doing lock-on, I can't really get any more hit spots unless I really walk away from this guy. And if I walk away, how am I gonna get the fucking Fatal Frame shot? Which I need, because it will help me so much more for points and shit. There you go. So yeah, I want the Fatal Frame shots, but you know, if I can't get the Fatal Frame shots, I'm gonna waste film. I'm not gonna do enough damage, and I feel I'm not gonna get enough points out of it either. Oh, there's an item there. It's a film. What kind of film though? It doesn't actually show you the film you get. Type 61. From the video walkthrough, I did find that there is a Type 90 around here. I'll spoil it right now. I don't end up getting it. I don't know where it is. This is such a big, open area. It's kinda hard for me to find items. Like, it sucks that happens, but it happens. Also, by getting that item, I now have 3 enemies popping up. I am going to try and fight them. It's not going to go well. And it's also kind of going to reveal an issue that I end up finding from this game, and that pisses me off to no end, because I was praising the fucking motion shit before. I'm not sure it's right for me to praise it any further now. Also, I got attacked from behind because, also, yeah, she's fucking around. But yeah. Like, when it's separated, it's hard for me to make this work. I want to keep him in shot, but this guy likes me around so much, it sucks. I'm just gonna move over here. And as soon as I do, yeah, he's already separated. See? Fucking... I can't get them all into shot because they keep fucking teleporting around. It sucks. As saw, the Shadow Chance did a good amount of damage and killed them both in one shot. But again, is it better to Shadow Chance them or to fucking Fatal Frame? So, yeah, let me know. Because, yeah, Shadow Chance will really knock them back and will fuck them up. But if I do Fatal Frame, I do more consecutive damage. And it gives me more points. So, which one do I go for? Let me know if you've played this game, because I want to know what you would prefer. Fatal Frame with the continuous shots, or Shadow Chance for, like, a tough shot. Because you have to also do more than one shot to get the Shadow Chance you want, or get them all into one frame for that big one. Because otherwise, you don't get those little spinny things around the bodies. Looks recent. Sunken note. Watching the sunset makes me want to cry. I have no home to go back to. Nobody would be there if I went back. Everyone would be there, but yet no one would. I know that now. Weird little fucking phrase there, but okay. That's why I came to the mountain. My grandma used to tell me never to go to the mountain at sunset, but my feet led me here. I chased the sun and it kept getting bigger. I couldn't stop. I just couldn't fucking stop. I felt the need to write something, so I'm scribbling this down. I had to go into the water. I had to write this first. I had to write something. What else should I write? She's calling to me. I have to go before the sun sets. Now, I want to look around some more and find some more shit, but, I noticed that she's there, and I wanted to go past her, but I hit the box, so here's the cutscene.
Fuyuhi!
Haruka. She's here on the mountain.
Have you seen her?
No, but she's here. I have to find her.
That we'd all die together.
When will we get the chance to join the others?
I'll go and look for Haruka. Let's go back.
Well, now she's following us, and all we gotta do is bring her back to the start, essentially. Of course, it's not gonna be that simple now, is it? So yeah, Fuyuhi is be following us, and her AI is going to just be, you know, trying to track us down the entire time, so not very good. And unless we try to go down this way, we have a proceed, but we have to get off the mountain, so we can't go that way. And she will get in the way somewhat, but she also kind of acts as a target for when we shoot our camera, so there is that at least. Let's have blocked out the road to the shrine, maybe there's some other way through. I'm guessing that's the other path we can't go to yet. Which means we'll have to come back here later on in the story in order to actually access that area for the shrine.
Place like this.
I know, it sucked. You know? It just sucks people keep dying here. Mainly because they just want to end their own life due to surreal circumstances. So let's land across the border. The roads are trying to be in that direction. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and just try to figure out where to go from here, because there are some areas I still haven't actually explored yet, and I kind of didn't want to activate her yet, but, you know, I kind of fucked up, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. There is a fight that... I know. There is a fight that we can end up doing, and I'm going to end up doing it. It's the ghost that I wanted to trigger for a picture, but unfortunately I fucked it, so I didn't get that. So, we're just going to have to work around that. What I am going to do right now is go over here, grab the stone, but wait! The hand! Shit, I forgot about the hand! Look how much damage that takes out of me. That sucks. And yeah, I have to use both sticks to flick away from that motherfucker, so there is that. And yeah, like I said, we can now carry more than one of these. So, if we lose all of our health once... we still have a black stone to use, so we can get another chance of getting full health again. So, it makes this easier, but again, it's only circumstantial to the items you start off with. Otherwise, you know, you could probably start with no black stone. Also, here's this bitch, and as you can see, yeah. She is pretty fast, and unfortunately, me not using lock-on is going to hurt me, because she also doesn't really have any other hit points except for her head. And, yeah, she over there on the right will help us out a little bit with targets, but I didn't bother. I did bother to do a Fatal Frame, but then she kind of really boosted the fuck back somehow, so... Also, she can be attacked. However, it doesn't really do anything bad to us, I don't think, because as far as I can figure out, she's invincible, so she can't really die. So if she gets caught, it's not a huge bad thing. Also, yeah, the camera. Like, I want to look behind me, like, normally, but, yeah, also, I wanted to actually take her out with a fatal frame normally, but unfortunately, I can only do it when she grabbed me, which I think fucks me from getting a whole little, you know, touching thing. Also, yeah, on her death thing, she goes for one more little attack by dropping on you like that. Just move out of the way and you'll be fine. But yeah, I'm nearly dead now, so let me go ahead and use a bit more of my home medicine. I could use sacred water, to be honest, but decided not to. And there you go. So I unfortunately did miss out on a cutscene, because I can touch her for a cutscene into her memories onto how she died. And it does show off a character that we haven't seen yet that is probably going to be important. But again, I just fucked it so badly that I did not get that chance, so gotta deal with it. And the thing is, I'm playing it blindly, so I have a good feeling that most people will probably end up the same position as me as well, so, you know, not easy to get that picture and deal with her, because she is kind of an asshole to deal with. Like, trying to fatal frame her is annoying, trying to take care of her is annoying. And, yeah, I don't want to do lock-on, but again, like, the fucking game, like, when it has these enemies really moving a lot more rapidly than usual and having them juking around a lot, like, being able to actually have free movement doesn't quite make it easier for me to actually aim. And, yeah, it just becomes kinda disorienting in a way to deal with. Then again, trying to aim with a fucking analog stick was disorienting to work with because it was always slow and awkward. So, no matter what, it's gonna suck. Also, here's the path I want to try and find. It's like this little path you can get into. And inside of here is just this little area that has this note. So let's have a look at the deteriorating note. This place will do. No one will find me here. This will be a place just for me. I can melt away bit by bit. I'll be like water seeping into the ground. I won't be myself anymore. I'll be one of nature. How swell. Let's see what else she wrote. This person wrote. Was I dreaming just now? A woman dressed in white was looking down at me. She looked like one of those shrine maidens I've heard about. I didn't have the strength to move, but she kept on watching me. Well, you probably done did died. She seemed harmless. I came here because I don't like people looking at me. They're always looking down on me. But being watched in my final moments felt strangely relieving. Also, she's running around for some reason. I don't know why. I'm glad I came here. And that's it. So, yeah. Also, the very fact that me trying to turn around counts as backing up to this game. So it's just like, I want to turn around proper, but there's no real, like, 180 turn thing, because this game's controls are different now to being, like, a full normal control thing, like a Resident Evil 4 and such, and not, like, tank controls anymore. So, turning around is very awkward. I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, by the way, remember those ghost children from before?
Fuyuhi.
Yeah, they're back. And they're enemies now. And they're gonna spread around a lot. And they're gonna try and, like, do a gotcha on you and shit. And yeah, like I said, the game is finicky about its fucking hit spots. So, even though that girl was in frame somewhat, it didn't count because her hit spots were not exactly in frame. Also, I get a problem here. You wanna know what that problem is? There is a very troublesome disconnect with the fucking camera. Because if I start moving around from, like, left and right and such, or if I use the analog stick to move around, the game stops trying to, you know, note where my Wii U was, essentially. And, it kind of just gets stuck a bit. Like, the analog stick actually overwrites the fucking, like, actual motion control. Also, good shot. But, yeah. It overwrites the motion control, so, unfortunately, if I use the analog stick and also move around, you'll see that my camera, like, I start going really high up and shit, so I can't fucking, like, aim good and shit, even though I'm trying to, like, find these kids. And to add, oh, by the way, if they're falling down, you can Shadow Chance them, which is like a one-hit kill usually. It's helpful. But yeah, like, if I wasn't sitting down while playing this, I could just, like, look around, stand up, and what have you, and play that way. But, yeah, like, when I'm just trying to sit down and play for this and make sure shit's working and all, like, it becomes a problem with, like, the fact I need to move around, and I can't really. I'm using the analog stick to move around, and that happens. Like, I hate the disconnect that the motion has. It sucks. Also, now that one of the kids is down for the count, I can now do this.
Be quiet, guys. I'm supposed to be dead.
So that happened, and because they're taking care of all of those kids, that little fight's out of the way now, and I'm going to go ahead and see if she's over here now. Yeah. We saw that little, you know, premonition thing of her coming here. She was going to get here, wasn't she?
Fuyuhi! Haruka, she's here.
Really? Because this place is locked off. Oh, whatever. She's kind of being crazy. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's see. If I go down to the left... Yeah, this should lead us over there. Wait, there's some... Did I seriously miss something? No, wait. It's just part of the story. Let's go ahead and grab it, shall we? I'm sure it won't do anything bad, will it?
Fuyuhi, where are you?
Wow, we're really bad at escorting her, huh? This was Hisoka's favorite, too. It must have been carried away by the river. Well, we can tell Hisoka's dead. Got the evade upgrade tool from it. We'll let us dodge now. Unfortunately, Fuyuhi fucked off, so we gotta find her again, and we can tell that she's singing. Yep, there we go. Stuff I want to bring up, by the way, as I'm about to probably get grabbed here. Yeah. Something to note here, though. That water. You're noticing it's gradually increasing. You know how the whole rain thing makes us vulnerable to more encounters, probably? And it's a really bad thing? And, you know, I'm going to take it out just to make sure I can get rid of it. I should not do that right now, because when the game is having this rain thing going on, it's just going to grow by itself, so... Gee, who didn't see that one coming? She's stumbling around though, but I am also stuck. Look like I can just dodge by pressing B. But yeah, we're now like invisible barriered here into this area, so we're gonna have to fight now. Let's see, where is she? She's over there. Should I just walk up over to her or something? I mean, yeah, she's kind of taking her time right now. Unfortunately, the game is, when she has the knife, it's gonna just, like, lock onto the knife. So, I gotta get rid of that. Unfortunately, I fucked it. And now I gotta try and get this stupid Fatal Frame thing. Luckily, that can happen, though. Got Shutter Chance. But, yeah, she likes to stumble around a lot, and the game will just keep locking onto her hand until I get a Fatal Frame out of it. A Shutter Chance, not so much, but a Fatal Frame, it gets rid of it. Unfortunately, I only get one Fatal Frame shot from that because she starts doing this. So she's back to normal in a way, I guess. Unfortunately, now she's going to just stumble around, just sort of saying sorry and shit, and just being kind of weird. I tried getting her to attack me, but she just kind of backs off and doesn't really do anything. The only time she ever does anything is if she teleports and then gets the knife out to try and, you know, do that cut motion again. It doesn't... I don't think it hurts me if she does that. It's just... like, that's the only time I can possibly get any kind of, like, an attack out of her. So... this fight is just confusing to me on how to handle it. All I can really say is... if there is a thing for Fatal Frame or Shutter Chance out of that whole knife move of hers, go for it. It will stagger her. Oh, wait. Rarely will she do this. If you're lucky of this, good. That is the best Fatal Frame to go for. She usually won't do it, though. I think after a few times of that, yeah, she gets back to knife mode. Which, I mean, gives you a Fatal Frame, but you only get one Fatal Frame shot out of it, and then you have to just wait a bit. So yeah, the knife one sucks. You really do want to hope for when she Fatal Frames on this thing, like this. Because then you can actually do this. And there you go. She's not done yet, but she will be soon. Done. Got the fucking shutter chance. And that's it. And now the game will tell about Fatal Glance, even though at this point you probably did it because you were curious on why they were just like staggering about until they finally fucked off. Also, you can see an item there. I wanted to get that item, but the invisible barrier we now have here will not let me get that item now. So,
Fuyuhi.
that could have been the Type 91. I'm sorry for missing items. I'm sorry for missing ghosts. I'm sorry for playing this blind. Here's a ghost thing.
You've seen too much. You cannot leave the mountain. You will dissolve into nothing.
Oh no, it's the Maiden! And we're tainted too, because now we have that whole blooming thing there. And if we're bloomed, our health will continuously decrease. That's fucking fair. So, now we gotta fight this bitch while our health just keeps decreasing, I guess. The decrease is very minimal. You're probably not going to notice it much, so they're not going to be huge dicks about it. At least I don't think in normal, at least. But, yeah. Now, there are 2 fatal frame chances. That was the first one. The problem is trying to get a fatal frame out of that is hard, because it's like, you have to react immediately as soon as she goes for the grab, otherwise you just get fucked. And it's kind of hard to tell when she's going to do the grab, so I was a millisecond off on that one. There is a much faster and better one though. Also, I'm going to go ahead and use the second water for this one. But there is a better fatal frame. And it's when she's about to do this, like, eye attack move of hers. The game wants to dodge. Don't fucking dodge. Instead, shoot. And you get fatal frame out of it. That one is much easier to react to and much easier to work with. The other one is harder, and I can never really hit her with that. So, yeah. I kind of more prefer if she does this move, because I can get 3 hits in at least every time. So, yeah. Don't do what the game says there. Just shoot at her, and you'll get it done. And now, we get to touch her for her memories now. What does she have?
There is no escape. I've seen into your souls, and now it is time to end this. This is the fate that awaits all who come to the mountain.
You know... Oh, wait, that Shrine Maiden. She's the one who brought Fuyuhi here. The one who made her... Yeah. Yeah. Also, that old guy the Maiden was chasing, we kind of saw him before in a different kind of memory thing, so... He has to play an important part in this. It's too dangerous, can't stay here, I have to get out of here now. We have automatically left the fucking forest, we can't go back, so we can leave now. And also, I'm gonna just, like, change my thing, and, I want to use the Purifying Ember to get rid of this bloom, because I didn't get rid of it after the boss fight. No point. Again, the rain here brings it back up, so don't bother when the rain's around. Between the rocks, you can see the stone lands by the pool. It looks like it's deserted. Well, we have to go the way back the way we came. It's the only way we can go, so let's go ahead and do that. Except this happens here. While searching for a friend, Fuyuhi Himeno ended up taking her own life. Having witnessed Fuyuhi's final moments, Yuri knows she wasn't alone when she died. What of that other woman who killed herself in the same way? Not to mention the mysterious Shrine Maiden, sought from her reign. Yuri managed to locate Hisoka's camera obscura along with a charm she always liked to wear. For now, she must return to the antique shop alone. So yeah. Hisoka's probably dead by now. Fuyuhi's definitely dead, and we exercised her, essentially. And I got an A! Because all the items we keep add to our points. So, I was close to 100,000. I think 100,000 is an S rank, which is, I believe, the best rank you can get. If I didn't fuck up on the ghost, I could have gotten an S rank. Fuck me, then. Well, that's it. The third drop is Ren Hojo. And, with him... he is going to have an interesting story, I'm betting, because he's the male here. Ren Hojo, the author who sent Hisoka to find the photographs, takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye and he decides to investigate further. Goes to the inn of a camp obscura and Rui, I don't know how to say her name, his assistant. So, yeah, it'll be Ren Hojo next time, and hopefully this male protagonist here will be better than the last one, fucking Fatal Frame 3 or whatever, like... he sucked. Let's be honest, that guy sucked. But this guy, hopefully will be a bit better. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time for third drop. Also, we are 11% done of the game, and we got 20% of the list done. Amazing. There's not too many ghosts here, are they? There's a lot of archive shit, though, 9%. So much reading. So much fucking reading. Oh, God, so much reading. See ya.